Hey, welcome back. Oh my God, I'm gonna get up over to the chat. All right, we got Jordan, we got Lisa, we got Michael Singleton. All right, so we're gonna see who from the AITX crowd is gonna continue to join me here. I gotta be brief. I got a lot of things I gotta do. And by the way, if Wayward's still with me, or I'm going over to Wayward's house tonight for some rice bowls. Very excited about that. So it's great to be back here again. Like I say, that was a great Q&A with Steve and his team. Troy, it was great having them on. Very excited, very excited. Yeah, what's cooking today? I don't know, not much, not much. It's a great Sunday, and it's a great time to be around with you guys. And I did want to talk about a couple tickers and sort of give my thoughts on where I'm at going into the week. And that's just that. So, and Rob's not here. Rob's on the road, so sort of managing all the little tech stuff, and I, it's been a funny day. We're doing the worst analogy ever. The fat kid on the teeter totter. I gotta say, I am having a lot of fun doing this, and I'm glad that you guys are a part of it. Truly am. So I do want to talk about ticker NUMD. Now, this is one I dropped last week that I am very confident in. I this is a low float merger, and I think the merger is going to happen soon. I reached out to the CEO. He's going to come on the show. His team's going to come on the show once the merger is complete. I think it's going to be soon. But don't we always in the OTC? It's always going to be soon, 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 imminent, imminent. One of my favorite words. Oh man. But I gotta say, yeah, I'm very, very excited. Let's talk about ticker NUMD. This is the one that I'm excited about. It's sitting at 3.5 cents. It's closer to 4, I think now. I'm not sure, but either way, this thing has a very, very low float and can move. And I'm excited because we get to get in at the bottom before this merger happens. So hopefully the company puts out some PR. And like I said, I'm going to be reaching out to them again just to gauge where they're at. And, the CEO or the gentleman I talked to that's on the board, very, very nice guy. Hope to have more conversations with him. And so they are SEC reporting and they are audited. So the share structure is nice. 55 million out of the 90 authorized restricted, and the float is 26 million. It reminds me a lot of of even DRCR is another great stock, that's completely under the radar and completely undervalued. But I'm not talking about that one right now. And so, this is what it comes down to. Back on May 15th, they announced that they started the letter of intent to merge with Your Space America. Now, those of you that have been on this channel and a part of this community, or even in the OTC, these letter of interest, it takes a long time. There's a lot of due diligence that happens. And so some of you are probably like, oh my God, it's March of 2024. Why hasn't this happened yet? So I was doing some due diligence, and in reading, they had to commit to a 6-month where they, had to commit to not looking elsewhere for the reverse merger. That's the way I took it. And so, right now it looks like they're going to be moving forward. I asked them right out, is it still on the table? And they said yes. So I expect something to happen. Maybe March would be great. And I think it's going to be March, but I'm going to reach out to them. I don't want to give any information that is wrong, and I don't want to speculate too much, especially when it comes to timelines. Lord knows I've done it. I've done it before. I've done it before. Your Space America. Russ Colvin. Now, guys, I have a whole video on this, so check out my YouTube channel. And in the link of that video, there's a 28-minute presentation by Russ, the CEO and president of Your Space America. There is so much. I mean, you just got to watch it. I can't summarize it. He breaks it down. The presentation's great. It's a great investor presentation. But this guy, he worked at Core, and he acquired 1.2 billion of commercial and multifamily real estate during that time. That's huge. So self-storage is huge, especially it's one of the biggest sectors of the real estate. It is the biggest sector of the real estate industry in regards to return on investment. So I talked about this in the video. I've covered all these things, and here it is. Annual price and total returns by sector. Self-storage dominates 18.83. It's really, really remarkable. And when I compare, because he mentions in the video, he mentions these different companies, these well-known companies. I might have the clip. Do I have the clip? I do have the clip. Just check this out.
This next slide, I think, really speaks volumes as well about the quality of this investment, just not only in the development process, but in the ownership and management process. So we use the top contractor in the self-storage industry, Arco Murray. We've had a lot of experience with them, very successful, no issues. They're the third largest design build contractor in the United States. So a major contractor, the top in self-storage. And when the project is completed, we use REIT management, which there are 4 primary publicly traded self-storage REITs in the United States, and they are very good at management. So when the project is completed, we will have one of them managing the project. And at this point, it looks like it'll probably be Extra Space, because as of today, Extra Space and Life Storage will have merged, and that merged company will be the largest owner slash manager of self-storage projects in the world.
Okay, so they're going to be working after they complete these projects, which are massive projects, by the way. You just got to watch the presentation. Guys, invest the due diligence, invest the time in the due diligence. Barry the Great brought this one to my attention. And I'm always a little leery about so my people are like, oh, check out this one, check out that one. Because one, there's only so much time. But once I started looking into this, he mentions about those managers using REITs. All right. And so they're going to be working hand in hand with these companies. And he says Extra Space was the one that he was looking into that they're probably going to end up using. But look at the share price of these companies. I'm not saying that's going to happen with this. What I'm saying is that they're in the same industry and they're going to reverse merge into this ticker that's sitting at 3 cents with a very low float and a very nice share structure. And there were insider buys that I'm going to get to in a second. So you have Extra Space Storage sitting at $140, Public Storage $280. These are household names, CubeSmart, ticker CUBE, $43. I think the upside here is huge, especially when the reverse merger happens. This, to me, we're in the load zone, in my opinion, not financial advice. So let's look over here. There were insider buys. Now, when they started this in May of last year, they had that 6-month time period during the LOI. They were probably doing due diligence, and you have 2 insider buys, William Haid and Jeffrey Robbins. All right. That is a very strong indicator to me that they're very confident in this merger taking place and confident that the share price is going to go up. And so they got those at 2 cents. All right. And then I did discuss notes before. And it's funny because we were talking about convertibles in the interview that we just had. But here we are talking about convertible debt. There's only one. And I think this is a good thing. They got to discount the market value, 20% break, 20% deal. Still not as good as George's discount on Eilish shares that he's rocking. Yeah, I'm a little jealous. What can I say? But look at this. The only convertible debt note is the company that's going to be merging in. All right. That's a positive indicator for me, in my opinion. This thing isn't loaded with convertible debt. There's one note. All right. The number of potential shares to be issued upon conversion, it's only 5.5 million. I know it's a lot. It's 20% of the, what it is right now, but it could be worse. It could be way worse. But this is a positive thing that they are the only convertible debt holder. Do I have anything else here? I got nothing. Oh, it's Brett Rosen. Yeah. Talk a little Opti. So I don't know. I feel very confident in NUMD. We're going to see what happens. I know you guys are talking about CYBL. Yeah, CYBL. Who knows? I don't want to waste time talking about CYBL because the due diligence has already been covered. We know what they're doing. We know what they have the Datron acquisition. They're getting these government contracts, but all that is moot. That doesn't matter unless it becomes tradable and it gets out of CE. So, the naive person in me just says, you know what? Hey, they're doing what they got to do to get the CE off. All right. And I do think that they are. That's me. But there's also a side of me that says it may never come off. I'm prepared for that. I think every investor should prepare for it to never come off. Do I think that's going to be the case? No, I don't. I think they are going to get the CE removed, and it's going to be pink current. I do. They updated their website with shareholder questions, so go on their website and check it out. And so I don't know. I think that the company can speak if they wanted to. Mark could put out a PR. He could do that. He chooses not to. He probably wants to focus on the business and work on the CE behind the scenes instead of putting out, meaningless PR after PR. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Whatever. I hope to have him on the show once it's all said and done, so we could hear the story of how everything transpired, getting the contracts for Ukraine, getting the Daytron acquisition. I have faith that it's going to work out. That's my personal opinion, but I am mentally prepared for it not to, you know? And that's one thing that I think that you should do is ground yourself in reality that this may never be tradable again. But have the hope that maybe it does. So I'm very confident with it, but I want to give both sides there because both are possibilities. There are many possibilities. I think when the CE does come off and this thing goes to pink current, we're going to see, I mean, a rage in buying that we haven't seen in a very, very, very long time because people are waiting on the sidelines with their money to load up. And I did using Speed Trader. So either that is going to be a really good decision that I made, or I'm an idiot and I will own it either way. And that's fine with me. Oh my gosh. So Troy, I hope the stock grew. I hope that sort of answers your question about that. Those are just my thoughts. I could talk all day about the DD. It's not going to do anything share price wise, but the DD is solid. Share structure is big, but this thing, the buying pressure on this thing upon pink current is going to be huge. That's just the truth. So FLES, ticker FLES. I'm going to have CEO Chris Davenport on next Sunday for an update. He's going to swing on for a 15-minute segment. And, it's going to be very, very exciting. I can't wait I'm going to have him on regularly over the next couple months. And I want to hear about the progress. So make sure that you check that out. There was a surge in buying. I mean, we had that interview that Sunday. Tuesday, all hell broke loose. That thing went from 4 cents or 5 cents or whatever to 16 cents. I didn't sell one share, by the way. I didn't have any of my sell orders ready or whatever. I wasn't prepared for, and this is when you learn in life, and he discussed it on the show about that note holder, and that holder just started dumping all over us, literally. So at that point, I just went down with the ship until, so here we are back at square one, but the float is stupid. It's like 10 million or whatever. It's insane. Like this thing, I don't know. You just you sneeze and the thing goes up 4 cents. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's just crazy how that works. Do I have a video clip of him talking about the share dumper? This was actually a little foreshadowing here, but he discussed this. Take a look.
So I think it's at this point, what I'd like to do is talk about what the press release around, because it gets to the crux of what's important. Mm-hmm. So Tuesday morning, we'll announce that we've moved $7.4 million of debt off the balance sheet to the equity side. So we took out two of the largest debt holders in our deal. These guys are big names in the industry, can be very dilutive and very damaging to the well, I shouldn't say. One of the two is known. I should be very careful. One of the two is known to be pretty aggressive with dumping shares. So they're locked up. That'll be in the 8K and the details of that. It's a preferred share structure. That's roughly 50% of the entire convertible debt on the books.
Wow.
I'm currently. Yeah, that, to be honest, was hell. That took almost 5 months to get the one group going back and forth and back and forth. We finally got it done. It is executed. Wow. It was executed the 31st of January. The second group signed their docs last night, I think around midnight. I got those in my inbox, so I was able to announce that as well. With the rest of the convertible debt, I'm negotiating with the rest of the team as well to try to move that debt from the debt side to an equity position, a preferred share, some sort of. And right now, I think we have one group, they have around 2 million. I think they're willing to move at least 90% of that over.
Holy crap.
It's looking really positive because they know that
they know the product is good. I mean, like they know the tech is good. If they're willing to negotiate for equity, that seems like a huge move.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, it was a big initiative of mine. I'm like, I can't move this company forward if these guys, won't play along. And and I think they're realizing for this company to get to the NASDAQ, they have to do this because it's just hammering the company and hold it down. So thanks, Brian. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, it was a big deal. And we're going to continue to get this as much off the balance sheet. I have another group. It's about 750 grand. They just want the write-off. I had another group. They said the same thing. They were like 1.2 million. But I think now they're more like would prefer to be in a preferred share structure and participate in the upside of a possible NASDAQ deal. So I have no NASDAQ deal. I'm not here to mislead anybody. But I think if I'm going to get a NASDAQ deal, which is what I want, we have to address the balance sheet. And that's been my focus. So.
And you have to be aggressive on that and that's one thing I'm glad. Okay, so you get the idea. You get the idea what's happening there. It was, who was it? Stock Guru Gal. I'm looking right now on the security details on FLES and the float. It's all right. The float was updated. I'm telling you right now, that's not accurate. April 18th, 2023, the 712,000 float. Just so I could show you guys what I am looking at here. Like, yeah, check this out. This is not accurate because a lot of times they don't keep up this. They need to update these things regularly, but the float is not 712. I would say the float is probably closer to 8 to 9 million, which is still very, very low. But yeah, no, that's not updated. It's a year out of date. Year out of date. So I hope that answers your question. I forgot about that 90%. Oh, being taken care of. Yep. Yeah, it is. So those are my thoughts on FLES, my thoughts on CYBL and UMD. Very excited. Lots to look forward to. And yeah, don't get discouraged when you saw that. I mean, it's easy to when you see that note seller sell and it's like he was just hammering stock, just bid dumping all over us. Sell into the volume. How that was done was sort of tasteless, but whatever. I mean, it's going to go back up just as quickly as it came back down. So we'll get it on the next run. And I really like Chris Davenport. I think his heart's in 100%. He's made a lot of sacrifice for that company, and we'll see how it goes. Other stock I wanted to mention is ILIS. We're in the holding pattern. We're waiting to we got some news about all the emergency response subsidiaries moving into ticker SAML. And somebody reached out to me like, what does this mean? I think they're restructuring everything for the ILIS uplist. I'm very excited about the potential here. This could be absolutely massive in regards to where we're at now. Hopefully they're able to get that 20 to 30 cent share price equity within the company, in that NASDAQ company that they're going to be merging into. And I did talk to JP and he is willing to come on the show. Once they get news and all this stuff goes through, he is definitely going to come on and answer any questions that you guys have. He goes, but because there's going to be a lot of questions. So it's exciting. This is exciting stuff. And, I know a lot of you guys are just like, we're just like, wait, soon, just around the corner, stay tuned. I get it. A lot, we've been hanging around for a lot of these stocks for a long time, years. But that's not to say that we can't, be successful traders in the process. The one thing that I've done is I don't sit, and I started, years ago getting invested, in various companies, and there were a couple, I'm not, but ILIS, I really love ILIS, love talking ILIS. But as the trend went down and, we saw that the share price was, just going in a downtrend, I started focusing on other investments. I started focusing on growing the channel, focus on doing DD for other companies. So that way going forward, we learn what could be a good investment, what could be a good company to invest in, what's a good price point to get in on. Let's share the information with each other so that way we're making better decisions. I want to be a better trader. I got a long way to go. We all have a long way to go. There's always something to learn. And so that's what this BFC experiment is all about, is just getting into the trenches with people and being able to ask the questions, being able to ask the awkward questions, like even sitting with Steve, AITX, and talking about like, oh yeah, the elephant in the room, you got 10 billion shares. The company's doing great. That's why I made that awful analogy of the fat kid with the teeter-totter. Because it's like, you could see the balance of like how much they're doing with the company, but then you have that the trade-off is a huge share structure. But he did talk a lot about dilution. I think he summed things up pretty nicely. But we're in this to get better. And I could use Sipta as an example. He's like, his year of taking profit. Boom, I'm taking profit. Boom, I'm taking profit. Good for him. And he's abiding by it and he's happy. So those are my thoughts. IGPK, a lot of chatter on X. Yeah. This is it. Sort of like I said with CYBL. We'll see what happens. I mean, we need them to get OTC IQ access and we need updates. Right now, this thing could fly off the handle. If they roll in 20 to 30% of that company, 10%, I think they can only roll in 20% because it's a foreign company, unless they're setting up shop in the United States and doing a whole thing. It's going to be crazy. The due diligence is there, and I think that this thing could pop off and do something crazy wild. But we don't know if that's going to happen. How many times have you ever seen a rug pull in the OTC? You've seen a rug pull in the OTC. Anything can happen. We don't know what's going to happen. Do I think the potential is there for this thing to go on a massive tear? I'm not going to say this thing is going to a buck. I know I got to temper expectations. Somebody put out a chart that said, well, with the valuation of 10% of the company roll in, we're looking at a $3 to $5 share price and yada, yada, yada. It's OTC mentality. It's not going to $1. I will correct myself and play this clip and make fun of myself. Literally. I'll buzz my head and make my whole head bald if this thing goes to a buck. I'm not joking. But the mentality, I gotta say, this thing's already up at a penny, and it was at 0004. Now the upside could be huge. It could be absolutely huge. But you got to temper your expectations. You can't put in your mind, wayward, no. This is the nonsense I'm talking about. That's it. I'm gonna shake your beer later before you open it. Oh, shout out, man. You're the bomb. Yeah, no, it's just you got to temper your expectations. And that's why, do I think that this honestly could go on a 20 to 30 cent run? Yes, I do. I absolutely do. It has a rather large share structure. There's going to be buying pressure. Are they going to release updates in a timely fashion? Are they going to be paced properly? There's so many elements that go into this. Our former note holders or people that were in part of old management, if they have open market shares, are they going to be dumping on us, or are they going to sell on the way up? How are they going to treat it? Lisa Matthews says yes. Hey, I'm all for $3. I'm all for. I'm telling you, I'm flying down south, and we're all going to hang out. By the way, if this thing hits $3, yeah. And I won't say publicly whether I would quit my job or not, but that'd be like a lot of money. I actually like my job, but oh yeah, Wayward already open, so I'm gonna have to catch up to you, bro. I'm gonna have to catch up to you. I'm looking forward to having dinner with you later, brother. But yeah, no, I think for IGPK, we need the updates. We could speculate all day long. We could be like, oh man, $11 share price, 57.8 cents. I got out of that funk. I got out of that crypto mindset. We're like, oh, if I buy 1 billion coins at point quadruple 01 and it goes to a penny, it's it's all about volume. And wait, we got Master Pick says, just saw something. See my post later. Oh, hang on too. IFIS, I'm going to get back to you, Master Picks, because I'm going to look that up. IFIS looks like it's on an uptrend again. I want to have Mark Walther back on for update. And by the way, They have their intact digest is now available for order. I'm definitely going to order it. I'm going to try it. I talked to Wayward about it. He's all about that. And I love IFA's company. I think they're bringing a product that is going to penetrate the cattle industry all over the world. And it's going to save hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm absolutely pro IFAS. I think that the product is great, and it's going to save ranchers money. It's going to reduce methane. I mean, like, the studies are there, and I want to hear about the study that they're going to do at the university. I want to see what they're cooking up there. I hope that's a PR soon, because that makes it official to me. So I'm going to go on the Twitter. I'm going to see if I can find Master Picks if he just posted something. Oh, come on. Either way, I'll look at it later. I don't want to waste time here, but I will check it out. Master Picks has been all over this since day one. So shout out to you, man. You've been like on IGBK literally since the reverse merger was announced. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. We've seen it reminds me a little bit of MJWL. If you guys remember that ticker. MJWL was, they had $1 billion acquisition. It was David Chang, or whatever his name was. $1 billion rolling in, and that thing went from trips to 26 cents. And then things went absolutely south. Now, whatever, who knows what the hell happened? There was David Chung, with the Pope, and like there were all these like pictures and stuff, and everything looked legit, and it just never came to fruition. And that's the history of it. It's sitting back there, and it's in the graveyard. So I'm just looking at the chats. IFAS could, yeah, I absolutely agree. IFAS could save the beef industry. I was just reading an article, and they're depleting they can't afford it. They're not giving these guys loans anymore. These cattle farmers, they're not giving them loans to help save their farms. I mean, they really are targeting the cattle industry. They are. And this could help that. I like steaks. I like cows. I love my butcher box, whatever, but it's a shame what they're trying to do. And I'm not going to get all conspiratorial, because it's no conspiracy. They want to reduce the cattle industry to nothing. They want you eating 3 vegan shakes a day because it fits the narrative of what they're going for. If you think the climate crisis, they're not going to, they're going to take advantage of that, and they're going to tackle the cattle industry 100%. And yes, I do. The climate does change, but I think that they're going to come after us, just like they want to push electric on everybody. They want to push electric. They want to stop the cattle farming, but I'm not for that, because, when you need electrical power, what are you doing? You're using coal. I mean, like, it's sort of an unending cycle. But those are just my thoughts, just take what I think for a grain of salt. The big BS. I'm an IGBK for a year. I'm riding free. Yeah, that's awesome. Good for you. Good for you. Awesome. Barry the Great, late to the party. Are we all in NUMD? I don't know, guys. Are you in NUMD? And let me know. Are you in NUMD? Or do you plan on getting in NUMD? This is not financial advice, but I don't know. I liked it. I like it. I want to hear more about the merger. And I'm gonna reach out to my contacts over there and see if they could give a timeline or whatever, and maybe I will be able to share it. But that's it. Yeah, that's all I got. This has been a long day. I got a rice bowl to eat and a Budweiser to drink. Right, Wayward. And actually, as soon as I get off the phone, I'm actually gonna go check out Master Picks tweet and check it out. So I just want to say thank you guys, all of you, for showing up to the BFC live today. Both the interview with Steve and you guys here, it's just nice just to sit around and chill and talk stocks. Check out the merch store, guys. Seriously, I'm loving this. I love it. I'm so thankful for those that have been a part of this journey. Even when I get cranky behind the scenes, Oh, Stock Guru Gal. Did you see BYND? Gapped up on earnings. They want us to eat fake burgers instead of real burgers. It's insane. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, I'm at the grocery store and there's like this mock meat. What do you have to do to something chemically to make a plant taste like a burger? It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. And it's gonna be it just doesn't make sense. Maybe I'm just a idiot, the buffalo idiot with some common sense here, but like, what the hell? I mean, like, you're taking the plants and making it so that way it tastes like a burger. And I did try to eat like when the Impossible Whopper came out, like a year and a half or whatever, 2 years ago. I got it just to try it, right? And it tasted like a burger. It's crazy, crazy bug burger, bug meat, bug protein. Where are we going in society that we think that this is smart? Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't eat meat. I eat fake burgers that taste like meat. So you want I just can't. I just can't. You want the benefits of the flavor of eating it, but you're not going to get the benefits of eating it? There's a lot. I just can't. Oh my god, I just can't. Right? Yeah, Gordy, you're right. We can, and I hope we do. Things are just south right now. All right, I'm gonna go cook a Impossible Burger. Just kidding. Hey, Wayward, when I come over tonight, you better not be serving any of that fake meat. Nah, that guy. Man, he makes a mean beef tenderloin. I mean, absolutely delicious. He's all on it. He likes that reverse sear method. Yeah, Wayward eating that beef tenderloin. Rosalando, great to have you. Michael's thinking there are chemicals in most of the foods we eat. Scary shit, in my opinion. There really is. I mean, processed foods are awful. I've eaten them. I eat them. I'm guilty as charged. But there is so much junk in our food. The amount of ingredients. And what's up with palm oil being used in everything? That's a new go-to oil. That's the new one because it's cheap. Palm oil. Got to have palm oil. You know. uh, See, now we're ragging on vegans. I'm not bashing vegans and vegetarians, by the way. I know vegans and vegetarians. I only eat vegetables because I want to save lives. No, I'm just being goofy, just having a little fun here. So if you're a vegan or you like vegetables or you're a vegetarian, I'm not trying to offend you. I'm just having a little fun. Just going through seconds. Need an update on BIXT one of these days. Yes, I completely agree. I maybe I get Mike Sheik on next Sunday. Maybe I see if he wants to do a quick 15 minute segment. The only thing is with having him on, it's almost like I need a show in and of itself because there's so much information they want to share. So, and that's the hardest thing is having to limit somebody 10 to 15 minutes, But let me see if I could get him on here next Sunday and we'll talk BIXT. And even if he could give us anything and Stock Guru Gal show up and ask any questions that you want. How about that? I'm sure Mike would be fine with that. Yeah, you better say sorry. See, we just shamed you. We just shamed you. We canceled. Guys, we're canceling Anthony DeVideo. Anthony, you're out. You're out. Have you tried to contact AXXA for an interview? I may have in the past. I'll try again. If you have any information or want to set something up, that's fine. Thank you. I know you guys are asking about the tweet. Oh my goodness. Let's take a look here. I'm just going to take a look. Just don't mind me. Just don't mind me. I'm trying to find the handle. Take a look. How about I screen share this thing? I'm going to screen share this thing so I don't look like a dope. Here we are. It was way off. Okay, let's take a look here. There's it. All right. Well, I don't know. Oh, there you are. You think I'd have him on speed dial or speed tweet? Oh wow. Okay. Okay, so there was just 8th of March, 2023. Domestic corporation, jurisdiction, Nevada. I don't know what I'm looking for here. Maybe I'm missing it. Guys, what am I? Okay. According to somebody in our Discord, or I'll put it right here. According to someone in our Discord, apparently those new filing alerts show up when somebody requests access to a filing and pays for it. So basically, somebody has accessed the filing, or somebody's accessing the filings. Okay. 10 officers available. Please look. Okay. Interesting. We'll keep an eye on this. We'll keep an eye on this. There are no new filings. Log in on Silverflume, and you'll see that's the source of the website is using. All right, so there's nothing right now, but somebody may be accessing the filings, so that could be a step in the right direction. All right, that's it. That's it. I'm done. I'm done for real this time. All right. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Have a great rest of your weekend. And we're just gonna keep going at it. Keep doing what we do. All right. And remember, there's more that brings us together than sets us apart. As Rickers originally said. Peace out, guys.